So that's just one pork loin cut up into many, many pieces. All right. And then I got some chicken thighs, which I'm going to cook on this side. This side's a little bit cooler. I'll sit the chicken for a while. And the pork's going to cook. This side's hotter. This side's hotter. Pork's going to cook first. There you go. Barbecuing pork. Get my utensil. So I have clean pans and dirty pans. So they come out raw and they're dirty. While it was warming up, I cooked the corn till the fire got hot. And we got corn. Now we got meat. This is good pork meat. But for $6, I'll cut it up and barbecue it. It's gonna be really good. That with the barbecue corn. Let's cook the corn while you're waiting for a fire to heat up. Let me get that over here. Big guy over here. And I'm gonna move my chicken in. My chicken's here, my pork's here. I'm gonna move the chicken in later. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm not gonna mix it up. We're pretty safe with cross-contamination on an open flame. All right. $5.99. I got enough to eat 3-4 people. Of course, the charcoal costs $20. I'll let that sit for a couple minutes. What you want, Harley? I see my dog. Hi, Harley. Good girl. All right. Okay, good. There we are. I cooked these kind of thin, so I'm going to have to keep flipping them. They already have barbecue seasoning. I shook it on this. I don't like the sauce. I like the seasonings that you sprinkle on. Tastes better than me. Gotta find the hot spots. That's my barbecue pork. It's only gonna take about 10 minutes on the grill like this. $6 pork loin, cut up in the 1/2-inch pieces. What you doing, Harley? Good girl. All right. Jesus loves you. Thank you. That was great. Awesome. I don't know. Somebody said Jesus said not to eat pork, but I'm not sure about that. I wasn't around back then. I'm still eating pork. Because it's cheap and it tastes good. This pork looks done already. It's only been 8 minutes. Don't really have a place to mount the phone. It's too hot up there. I got this grill blazing. Time to move the chicken in. Yuki? My friend Yuki's coming. Yeah. All right, my friend Yuki's coming over. Where's my friend Yuki? All right. Chicken thighs. Chicken thighs. Yeah. Chicken thighs, and these are pork. The pork looks done. Those are clean ones and those are dirty ones. I brought clean dishes for the when it's cooked, and the dirty ones were when it's raw. That way I don't mix them up because I got chicken and pork. What? I didn't do nothing to your seat.
Are you?
Yes.
Am I? Can you hear me?
I see Yuki. This is my friend Yuki. I don't have any viewers right now. It's okay.
Hey. Nothing for you. Nothing.
All right, so I need one for the pork before I burn it. Where are you going, Chicky?
I'm putting it in the house.
Corn's done. Oh, the corn's done. That's great. Nothing better than barbecue corn, the barbecue pork, barbecue chicken thighs. Barbecue pork. My barbecue pork's done. My barbecue chicken thighs. Hey, hey, hey! Oh, that was amazing. My dogs went nuts. Oh, that was amazing. My dogs went nuts. Alright, so I'm gonna put all the food that I just dropped back on the grill. This is funny shit. Alright, let me flip the chicken. There we go. I do have a thermometer. There we go. That is hot. Hi, pup. Jesus love. I like these comments. These are great. Alright, so this is my cooked pork. The pork's done. The chicken's almost done. The corn's done. Scared the heck out of me. The dog started fighting. Alright. I'll be right back. I'll just put this here.
This what?
That is pork. I'll get another plate for the chicken. And I got this is my heat gun. And this tells me 600 degrees. Let's see if I can pull the chicken aside. See how hot the chicken is. Okay. Chicken's 180. That's not inside, so I'll cook it a little bit more. A little bit more. Mr. Yuki. Yuki, say hi. You alright? You say hi? Yeah. Okay. A couple more minutes on that. And over here. Start a fire, I guess. Alright, give me a minute. I'll start the fire. There you go, there's the fire. Not yet, but it will be. Okay. There you go, that'll be a good view. There you go. Fire. I'm gonna go eat my chicken and corn and pork that I barbecued. All right. Fire's off to a slow start, but the barbecue went over very well. Yeah. Yeah, the fire's actually doing pretty slow right now, but it will pick up. There's a lot of wood in there, and should go for a couple hours. If not, I'll start it back up. How you doing, pup? Oh, man. All right. He's a good pup. Don't worry, the fire is gonna burn for a long time. Nobody's on the fire tonight. Okay. Harley? Come here. Want some chicken? Harley? Harley? Good idea. Come on. All right. Come on, pup. Marshmallow. Too much fun, puppy, huh? It's alright. I don't have any viewers, but I got my dog. Off. Good puppy. All right, I finally kicked up. Come on, pup. Well, it's finally burning better. That's nice. This is amazing. As soon as I come over here and say something, people leave. Yeah.
I thought phone radiation was fake until I saw what celebs are putting on their iPhones.
Just won a big suit against the FCC for lying to the public about cell phone radiation, about the cell phone.
3 areas on a man's body that show
No, but- commercials. Oh,
This incredible story has gone viral in the United States.
Hey everyone, big heads up. Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30.
I just want to. Oh, I can't resist. I'm supposed to quit right here. But, oh, yes. But in view of the vast things that I just said, I don't know whether you know it or not, but I have a new hobby. I am collecting stories that I can actually prove are told among the Russian people. They make them up themselves. They tell them between themselves, reveals they got a great sense of humor. And they've also got a little cynical attitude about things in their country. And one of these stories, the one I'm going to tell you, I told to General Secretary Gorbachev. And he laughed. The story was an American and a Russian arguing about their two countries. And the American said, look, in my country, I can walk into the Oval Office, I can pound the president's desk and say, Mr. President, I don't like the way you're running our country. And the Russian said, I can do that. The American said, you can? He says, yes. I can go into the Kremlin to the General Secretary's office, pound his desk and say, Mr. General Secretary, I don't like the way President Reagan's running his country.
Speaker, Mr. President, distinguished members of the Congress, honored guests, and fellow citizens. Today marks my first State of the Union address to you, a constitutional duty as old as our republic itself. President Washington began this tradition in 1790 after reminding the nation that the destiny of self-government and the preservation of the sacred fire of liberty is finally staked on the experiment entrusted to the hands of the American people. For our friends in the press who place a high premium on accuracy, let me say, I did not actually hear George Washington say that. I can define middle age. That's when you're faced with two temptations and you choose the one that'll get you home at 9 o'clock. We have a realtor who was out driving on a back road on his way to look at some property and suddenly noticed down beside him was a chicken keeping pace with him, and he was doing 60 miles an hour. And suddenly the chicken spurted out ahead of him, and it looked to him as if the chicken had 3 legs. And then it turned and went down a sign road and into a barnyard, and the driver turned down that lane, drove into the barnyard. There was a farmer there, and he asked him, he said, did you see a chicken go by here? And the farmer said, yep. He says, did it have 3 legs? And the farmer says, yep. I raise them that way. I breed them. He says, you do? He said, how come? Well, he said, I just love the drumstick, and Ma always liked the drumstick, and now Junior's come along, and he likes it, and we just got tired of fighting over it. So I've been breeding 3-legged chickens. And the driver said, well, how do they taste? He says, I don't know. I haven't been able to catch one yet. Now, there's nothing I enjoy more than a little country humor. One of the great things about having you here is that I get to tell a farm joke. Now, first, I need a setting, but Rick, you're from Kansas, right? Okay, this takes place in Kansas. It was an old Kansas farmer there. He had a piece of creek bottom land that had never been developed at all. It was all rocks and brush and all messed up. And he started in on it, clearing it, the underbrush, and hauling away the rocks, then cultivating the soil there. And he planted a garden, everything from vegetables on to corn. And it really became a garden spot. And he was pretty proud of what he'd done. So one Sunday morning in church after the service, he asked the preacher if he wouldn't stop by to have a look. Well, the preacher arrived, and he took one look, and he said, oh, this is wonderful. He said, these are the biggest tomatoes I've ever seen. Praise the Lord. He said, those green beans, that squash, those melons. He said, the Lord really has blessed this place. And look at the height of that corn. He said, God has really been good. And the old boy was listening to all this, and he was getting more and more fidgety. And finally, he blurted out, "Reverend, I wish you could have seen it when the Lord was doing it by himself." And as it was falling, grabbed a limb sticking out the side of the cliff and looked down 300 feet to the canyon floor below, and then looked up and said, "Lord, if there's anyone up there, give me faith. Tell me what to do." And a voice from the heavens said, "If you have faith, let go." He looked down at the canyon floor and then took another look up and says, "Is there anyone else up there?" I've always thought of the importance of communication and how much a part it plays in what you and I, what all of us are trying to do. And one day, a former place kicker with the Los Angeles Rams, who later became a sports announcer, Danny Villanueva, told me about communications. He said he'd been having dinner over at the home of a young ball player with the Dodgers. The young wife was bustling about getting the dinner ready. They were talking sports, and the baby started to cry. And over her shoulder, his busy wife said to the ball player, "Change the baby." And he was a young fella, and he was embarrassed in front of Danny, and he said, "What do you mean, change the baby? I'm a ball player. That's not my line of work." And she turned around, put her hands on her hips, and she communicated. She said, "Look, Buster, you lay the diaper out like a diamond. You put second base on home plate. You put the baby's bottom on the pitcher's mound. You hook up first and third, slide home underneath. And if it starts to rain, the game ain't called. You start all over."
There aren't any words to.
What's going on, everyone? This is Dan Orlovsky. Somehow, recently, I went down to Orlando, Florida, and won the Pro Bowl skills challenge for the quarterback competition.
If we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small town barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf, under the heading, "My Pledge," he had written these words: "America must win this war. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone." We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
A young, beautiful voice in the background, and that's good. That makes us all feel young. I want to thank everybody for being here. 200th day in office. This is 200 days already. Time flies. But we have a country that's the hottest country right now anywhere in the world. A year ago, it was in a lot of trouble. It's the hottest country. And a lot of the people in this room made it that way. Perhaps the most successful and consequential first 200 days, they say, in our administration in history. So let's hope they keep saying it. There they are right there. I hope they keep saying it. But even more importantly, this is also National Purple Heart Day, and we're here to honor and celebrate the unyielding patriotism, grit, and devotion to America's Purple Heart veterans is great emotion and great love. The Purple Heart dates back to August 7th, 1782. That's a long time, when General George Washington awarded a heart-shaped purple cloth to 3 soldiers for outstanding gallantry and service in battle. This afternoon, we're joined by dozens of Purple Heart recipients and their families, and just as General Washington did 243 years ago, today we give our everlasting thanks to you and your unbelievable families. We want to thank you very much for being here. By American patriots who love our military and our veterans, including Secretary of Defense Pete, thanks, you're doing a great job, Pete, thank you. Secretary of Veterans Affairs with Veterans Affairs with 92% approval rating, I hear. That's a record. Doug Collins, thank you very much. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She's got a lot of interesting things happening in the West. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan King, my friend. Their license in record time. They said it was going to take 4 to 5 years. He did it in 4 weeks. That's what I said. If I get into this again, I'm going to make him the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and that's what happened. Great job, and he did an incredible job in Iran. I want to thank you very much. Great job, General. Deputy Secretary of Energy and Purple Heart recipient, James Danley. James, thank you very much. Recipient Captain Paris Davis. Thank you. Where are you? Where might you be? Oh, look at you. You're better looking than I am, I'll tell you that. Thank you. Veteran who co-managed my 2024 campaign, a fantastic talent in many ways after he was wounded in battle for our country in Operation Desert Storm, Chris Lasadas. So, Chris. Thank you very much for being with your father. It's very nice. Every Purple Heart tells a story of courage, sacrifice, and purpose. It speaks of a price paid for the soldier beside you, the country behind you, and the generations of Americans yet to come. And we have some great generations to follow. It's going to happen. Those who wear this medal ran into bullets, faced ferocious bombs, and shed their blood on the field of battle. We will never forget what they did. We will always use them as an example of bravery and courage and strength. And we will also always think, when we look at them, of our great American flag. We want our great American flag to be strong and stronger than ever. Since day one, my administration has used every power we have to fight for those who have fought for America. In 6 months, we have reduced the backlog of veterans waitings. And that waiting list was very long, wasn't it? For the benefits, and by it's 37%. So is that what you did? 37? That's incredible, actually. You get tremendous marks, and we appreciate it very much. We processed more than 2 million disability benefit claims this fiscal year, on track for the most ever. In fact, not even close. We're slashing wait times at the VA medical centers, and we're bringing back VA choice and VA accountability. As you know, we had it, and then the previous administration, let's call it the Biden administration, they decided to get rid of it. And choice is where if you wait in line for an extended period, or you're not going to see a doctor for a while, you have the right to go out and get a doctor who will pay for it, and you get yourself all fixed up real fast. You don't have to wait 6 weeks, 8 weeks, months like they were doing. And VA accountability, I'm very proud of those. We got that passed. Actually, got you a member of Congress when we did. You helped us a lot. But we got them passed in the legislature, so they're with us forever. And yet, Biden found a way to not use them. But VA accountability, that's when we have bad people in the Veterans Association that were taking advantage of people, hurting people, and they weren't in prime time. In prime time, they wouldn't have touched them, but they weren't quite in prime time, and they were doing bad things. They were sadists, they were thieves, and some bad people. We had 9,000 of them. We fired every one of them, and it was a great thing that he put some of those people back. I don't know why they did that, but they did it. But we got them out again, I think, so it's good. So we had VA choice, VA accountability, something we're very proud of. I'm also working to keep my promise to end veteran Veterans Homelessness in America in May, I signed an executive order to open the National Center for Water Independence in Los Angeles, California, which will house up to 6,000 homeless vets. Just have a review. The VA Home Loan Program Reform Act, a big deal to help ensure no veteran is kicked out of their home for a late payment. If you're a little bit late, don't worry about it. And frankly, if you're a lot late, you don't have to worry about it either. You just get it in when you go. Duty for us, and under the Trump administration, we are doing our duty to you. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. One of our brave soldiers with us today is Army Veteran Specialist Kevin Jensen. In 2008, Specialist Jensen was a gunner, a Humvee, racing to support a platoon ambushed by the Taliban in Afghanistan. His vehicle was hit by a roadside bomb, flew 10 feet. He flew 10 feet up into the air and exploded in flames. The whole place was in flames, including, unfortunately, Kevin. But he suffered deep third-degree burns, and all over his body he was in trouble, big trouble, despite the agony. He selflessly ran to the aid of his platoon leader, who was engulfed, or just absolutely, everyone thought he was done, he was engulfed in fire. Sir, I've got you, sir, Kevin shouted and pulled his friend to safety. Specialist Jensen earned the Purple Heart, and he's here today with the platoon leader whose life is saved, and my newly sworn in VA Undersecretary for Medical Affairs, Captain Sam Brown. Kevin and Sam, please stand, and I know Sam very well. You did a great thing because I got to know him. This is really beautiful. I really not allowed to say beautiful anymore. It's political suicide, they say. I'll say it anyway. They're the most beautiful family you've ever seen, and I just want to thank you for having done that. You for your great bravery. It's really good. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. Army veteran Brian Willett. In 2010, Staff Sergeant Willett was conducting a resupply mission in Afghanistan when his vehicle was struck by a roadside bomb. You know who did the roadside bomb, right? Somebody, where is he? He was the father of the roadside bomb. They say 92% of the people who got either killed or badly hurt, it was Salamani. He was the one that did it more than anybody else by far. Leaving this person very seriously injured 7 months later, Brian's teenage son, Private Kevin Willett, was also deployed to Afghanistan with standing guard. When insurgent forces attacked with heavy fire, the grenade knocked him out, knocked him right to the ground. He was in big trouble, but Kevin rose to his feet and successfully repulsed the attack on his camp, earning both the Purple Heart and Bronze Star for valor. And I'd like to ask Brian and Kevin to please stand wherever you may be. Same blood, that's what we do. Thank you both for getting it. That's correct. You both look great. Thank you both very much. Appreciate it. We're also joined by Marine Corps veteran Staff Sergeant Thomas Mateo, wounded 6 times during 2 tours in Vietnam. At the end of his first tour, shrapnel sliced open his abdomen and he was left bleeding, and they thought he was gone. He was on the jungle floor for a long period of time, but he recovered and chose to go back and fight. Thomas later continued to protect our citizens as police chief of Hialeah Gardens and Inverness. That's 2 good places such places.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to someone that you can talk to about your problems, bounce ideas off of,
That's really
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much. Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens but provide sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly. And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago, without even a token of defense, they're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly. My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied, and we will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Thank you very much. That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day. It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of our country. As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions of people. To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor, we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true.
This is the simplest way to silence snoring at home.
I tried these popular anti-snoring solutions so you don't have to. And there's only one that worked. Mouth tape is just plain dangerous. Ever tried taping your mouth shut at night? Look, I did, and I woke up in panic, ripping it off just to breathe. Mouth tape belongs in your... Those cheap mouth guards are just plain bad for you. You can't adjust them. They are huge and uncomfortable, and most people can't even sleep with them. These one-size-fits-all devices have no place in your mouth. Here's the problem with nose strips. We are wasting money on the wrong solution entirely. Snoring happens in your throat, not your nose. So these strips are like putting a band-aid on your finger for a cut on your arm. CPAP machines do one thing right. They force more oxygen into your body. And when you snore, that's exactly what you need, because your blocked airway is cutting up oxygen to your brain. But CPAP is just a band-aid solution. Instead of fixing your blocked airway, just blast air through it. Look, my snoring was literally driving my partner crazy, and after trying nose strips, mouth tape, and nasal dilators,
National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country. We will not forget our Constitution. And we will not forget our God. Can't do that. Today, I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. and by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities. As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. We're going to use it. We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again, right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers. In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents, something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit.
Tired of oil stains and cracks in your garage? Today we're in Massachusetts grinding down this garage floor and adding a brand new polyaspartic coating. These floors look great, and with our lifetime warranty, they'll never crack, chip, stain, or peel. If you guys are in Massachusetts, Connecticut, or New York and have a floor that looks like this and want to add an extremely durable coating, click below and we'll get you $500 off, as well as 0% financing for up to 18 months.
I was in shock when I discovered what my cutting board was doing to my family's health. I never post stuff like this, but I had to share. I cook almost every day, so we've gone through our fair share of cutting boards. For years, we used plastic until I read about microplastics ending up in your food. One study even linked them to cancer. So we switched to wood, thinking it was safer. Until one morning, my husband took a bite of toast and said it tasted like raw chicken. Minutes later, he had stomach pain, a fever, and started throwing up. I rushed him to the hospital. The diagnosis? Salmonella from the bread. We knew right away it had to be the cutting board. When I got home, I checked it. It looked clean, but deep in the grooves, there were bits of old food. I smelled it and nearly gagged. That same raw chicken smell. I always cleaned it well, hot water, soap, even bleach. But I found out wood cutting boards absorb juices like a sponge, trapping bacteria like E. coli and salmonella deep inside, where bleach can't even reach. I felt sick. I threw it out on the spot. Thankfully, my husband recovered, but I knew we needed a safer option. A few weeks later, we were having dinner at my husband's boss's house. His wife was using this sleek silver cutting board I'd never seen before. She told me, "It's an amazing cutting board made from pure titanium. It naturally resists bacteria and prevents cross-contamination. Even pro chefs are switching to it." She said her mom had constant stomach issues for years. Turned out it was her cutting board. Once she switched to this amazing cutting board, the problem stopped. Apparently, it was invented by a biology student from Texas who loved cooking. He discovered titanium is not only the safest material, but also easier on your knives. Her mom had an extra and gave it to me. That night, I cut raw chicken on it, rinsed it with just water, and it was spotless. No smell, no stains. Days later, it still looked brand new, no matter what I cut. I asked where to get one. She said, "They're not in stores because big brands are trying to sue them out of business, but they're still available through their website." She gave me a referral link with 50% off. I ordered 3 immediately. Don't get a knockoff from Amazon. Most aren't real titanium and can damage your knives. I've tried them all. Plastic, wood, glass, bamboo, even marble. They all had issues. This cutting board is the only one that's safe, clean, easy to use, and keeps my knives sharp. Oh, and yes, it's dishwasher safe. If you use a cutting board at all, you need this. It's a one-time purchase built to last a lifetime. I even got one for my dad. He saw what was hiding in his old board and threw it out the same day. I left the link below the Learn More button. There's a love it or return it guarantee, so there's 0 risk. Honestly, I don't know how long this price will last. My mom's friends already bought 4 after seeing hers. Just get one. You'll thank me later. Tap the blue button on this video now to get 50% off before they sell out again.
Based. As of today, It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies. Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs. President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States. The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money than ever spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made, and Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form, and that includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back. Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together, we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars. Ambition is the lifeblood of a great nation. And right now, our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken. I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best. From New York to Los Angeles.
Watch what Apple do to your prostate.
This is the quickest solution to urination problems. Men over 50 are putting an end.
From Philadelphia to Phoenix. From Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We're going to win like never before. Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not. Sir,
Yes, sir. First, we have a list of.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much. Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune. Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together, we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars. Our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken. I stand before their spirit or their pride. Wars defeat. Together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We are going to win like never before. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you.